y'all. So, I kind of wanted to talk. I don't even know what I want to talk about, but I love practicing, or getting more used to hearing my voice on the camera. And my voice is not as irritating as I thought it was. Like, I love hearing my voice now. So, what can we talk about? There's no way for me to show my face while I'm driving, so I'm gonna just do it this way. But, I've been talking to my bestie today about, our goals as entrepreneurs and as YouTubers, and we have made a plan to try to encourage one another to stick to our goals. So if we see each other slipping up or whatever, we'll remind each other, this is what we're working towards being an entrepreneur and not having to work for nobody. Ultimately, we don't want to work for nobody ever. But for now, we're using our money that we're making at our jobs to invest in our future, invest in our YouTube, use the money to fund our goals and fund our business, basically. So, we was having that conversation today. I feel like that's a good agreement we made to help each other and keep pushing each other forward. Because it's easy to lose motivation sometimes, or to get sidetracked and focus on other things. Personally, I feel like my only problem I be having that be sidetracking me is males in general. As soon as I get focused on the male, all of my goals be put to the side. We don't want to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's why I feel like I'm meant to be single sometimes, forever. I don't know. Some people probably are meant to be single. I don't put so much emphasis on relationships no more anyway. Maybe. I don't put so much emphasis on relationships anyway. I feel like we put too much emphasis on relationships nowadays, and it's not even that freaking deep. It's okay to be single, baby. It's okay. What do we need a relationship for? If we can feel complete on our own, we shouldn't feel complete with the person. If that's the case, the whole relationship gonna be unhealthy and one-sided, because we have to feel complete before we get with a person, so that if that person ever leaves, because things don't always last forever, if that person ever leave or mess up or whatever, we don't want it to affect our whole day-to-day living. We want to be able to move forward and keep pushing through life in a healthy way, and not be not that we won't be sad, because people be sad, we still be sad, but we don't want it to overtake our whole life off of another human being that is gonna do what they want to. They're gonna do what they do regardless, and we can't control other human beings regardless of how much we feel like we can or whatever. But it's not that freaking deep, because life goes on, and we still gotta love ourselves, without a person. That should be the goal. Loving yourself without a person, then you can really, really love another person if you love yourself the right way. Because if you, I don't know, if you putting another person in a place where you were supposed to be at, that's the place for you, the self-love, not necessarily we filling a void with another human being. Then when that other human being mess up, because human beings are bound to mess up because we're all imperfect, then we be messed up. We be messed up mentally and emotionally, to the point of no return type of thing. Not that, well, you know what I mean. It's not no return, but that's how I be feeling. We don't want to get like that. That's just, no. It's not that freaking serious. It's so much more to life than relationships. But relationships are a beautiful thing, though. It just shouldn't be the only thing. It shouldn't be you have to be with somebody, you have to have this person, or you have to be in a relationship, or else you doomed, or whatever, you lonely or unhappy or whatever. I'm happy single. I'm happy on my own. That's how everybody should be. Like, happy on your own, and then still happy with another person, but you don't want another person to determine your happiness, though. Like, you know, like, another person shouldn't determine your happiness. You determine your happiness. You're in control of your life, not another human being. Or you're in control of your emotions, not another human being, you know? So, you know, that's where I feel like we mess it up when it comes to relationships. Like, that's why relationships be so toxic. We don't want that. Like, no. It's just not that serious. It's not what's up. We don't want toxic relationships no more. That's dead. That's 2014, 2015. Who still want to be toxic? Like, come on now. We're grown. Get it together, y'all. For real. Get it together. We're not being toxic anymore. That's unhealthy. It's not good for our well-being. We don't want that no more. We don't want that. We never did. But, you know, some people do. Some people did. It's just unhealthy. It's not good for your overall well-being or way of living or anything ever. It's only bad things have come out of that now. We want to be as healthy as possible. You know? No. That's what I've been thinking about, at least. Like, but yeah, that's why I was wanting to make a YouTube to express all my thoughts and things like that on life and entrepreneurship and jobs and goals and doing what you feel in your heart and, you know, growing and evolving as you get older, trying our best to live our best lives and be our best versions of ourselves, being a good parent, because that's always a good thing. That's always important. That's really important, to be a good parent, as in preparing your baby for their future for real, like a lot of our parents didn't do. You know, all this stuff is really important, and people don't even be talking about this type of stuff. But I've noticed, like, it's been a big shift in, like, society. A lot of younger people, like, around my age are doing these things, which is really good. Like, I'm not even trying to only speak negative, because I be seeing it. Like, a lot of people around my age, which you wouldn't think, are focused like that. They do be focused like that. Like, that's really good. Like, I'm proud of the people that are taking the steps to do the right thing and change their lives and set their kids up for a positive future and actually thinking about their future. Because, I mean, I didn't have no guidance for real. I'm on my own, but luckily I'm very strong-willed and I have goals and morals and respect for myself already, based on some of the things that I was taught growing up. So, you know, I'm good. You know, I'm make it regardless. But some people are not as strong, and some people need that type of stuff or need a push. You know, so it's always good to give that, especially if you have a kid. You want to give that to your kid. You want to set your kid up for the brightest future possible. Since you did create that kid, you wanna take care of your responsibility. You feel me? And that's not even just giving your kid food and clothes. That's mental preparation and financial and spiritual and everything. Because there's so many different aspects to life than just food and clothes and the basics, taking them to school and homework and all that type of stuff. Like, there's way more to life than that. So we definitely want to actually prepare our kids for their futures. Since we did take the time to create these kids, we don't want to be reckless, you know. So perspective on life. Like, if you choose to see the negative, then you gonna see the negative. You don't want to be a negative Nancy for the rest of your life. Like, come on now, you know, it's some good people out here. Like, for real. I be coming across them, like, and it depends on the energy that you're putting out in the world too. Because I notice when I don't really ever put out negative energy, so I don't really get a lot of negative people. But sometimes I do. Some negative people latch on to positive people and then bring them down and stuff. Like, that's why I feel like when I start having people like that, I just cut them off, or I just start responding often. I don't want to get a close relationship with those people, because it's essentially gonna bring me down, and you know, I'm gonna be like them. Like, we don't want to be like them. Like, no, we're trying to do the opposite. We're trying to stay up and get better and be better human beings. So yeah, but it be like a lot of the time I be attracting positive people though. Positive people that's on the same thing that I'm on, which is always a good thing. We want to try to keep putting out good energy and expressing ourselves, and the people that vibe with us are automatically gonna be drawn to us. We don't even have to do nothing. We don't even have to look for it. I noticed that now. Like, I've been drawing a lot of people in my life that are good human beings, like, and I can feel it, and I can see it by our conversations, our deep talks and stuff like that. Like, that stuff is important, to have like-minded people around that can help motivate you and help keep you focused and everything like that, and that you can help as well, because it's not a one-sided relationship. You know, I like to help the people that help me, and I like to help people even if they don't help me. Like, I want everybody to be great, for real. So, you know, like, it's a beautiful thing when you have a relationship that's reciprocating positive energy and positive vibes into one another. Like, you want to do that for sure. And I love the friendships and relationships that I have right now. Like, I'm really appreciative of that type of stuff. Like, people don't be appreciating the small things, but that stuff really do make a difference. And those people in my life really do make a difference. But I've been working on not being so attached to people too, because that's another thing, girl. I'm emotional as ever. I was, at first I used to get jealous, like, if I was making new friends and, you know, healthy friends, healthy relationships, and then I see they got other friends. I don't know what would be wrong with me, girl, but I'm like, that's my friend, this, we had this talk, we was doing this, and all that. But no, everybody got other friends too. We don't want to be jealous and all that type of stuff, or feeling some type of way and having attachment issues. Like, girl, I got to get over that for sure. But I'm working on that. I've been doing way better with that. I've been seeing the different perspectives and seeing where and why and how I could possibly be thinking that way, or why I'm thinking that way, or the way I grew up and how that could be affecting my attachment type issue thing or whatever. Like, you know, everybody got they positives and negatives or whatever. I don't like feeling like I don't like feeling like I'm jealous over somebody. That's just not a good trait to me. I want to feel happy. Like, that's a good thing to have another relationship or another good friendship or whatever. You know, it's not like they my only friend, I'm the only friend, and all this type of stuff. Like, no. Like, we wanna encourage people to have healthy relationships. Like, I keep talking, like, I have all these healthy relationships and stuff. They should have other healthy relationships too. That's good for them. That's a good thing, you know. So, it's a good thing. It's not a you my friend and only mine type thing, because I don't have only them as my friends. So what do I look like? Or who am I to say that type of stuff or to feel that way or whatever? So I've been doing way better on that though. And then I had a therapist, but I actually discontinued my sessions with her because I feel like I'm doing good. Like, even talking to YouTube or talking to myself, it'd be like therapy. Like, this is like therapy to me. It's like, I feel like it really helps. I love expressing my feelings and my emotions. When I don't express them, I be so like stressed out or angry or like feeling like everything bottled up. We don't want to do that, because then eventually, like, I don't be as nice and sweet and bubbly like I naturally am. Like, I noticed that I have to get out what I'm feeling and thinking. Like, so I definitely been doing that, and it really been helping. Like, this is helping a lot. I feel like I needed to get this out, like, you know, just talking, expressing how I'm feeling. It really be helping. Like, I love to express how I'm feeling. I love to have deep conversations that really are meaningful. You know, this stuff is, it feel good to in my spirit. You know, it made my spirit feel good and happy and calm and at peace, and you know, like it feel good in my spirit for real. So we definitely want to keep having these conversations, and eventually I'm gonna have my other friends like on my videos with me, where I'm featuring them in my videos. We having deep discussions on, you know, things like this, taboo topics, controversial topics that need to be talked about, that, you know, healthy conversations or unhealthy conversations, or things about unhealthy matters that need to be talked about, you know, because I feel like a lot of stuff be needing to be talked about. Like, we need to get it together, you know, like, for sure. And some stuff be good, and we need to applaud our work as human beings and what we do, and not only think negative and say that we need to get this and this together. Because like I said, it be good stuff too. You know, we gotta see both perspectives. We can't just see like the negatives and how we gotta fix these things, but we gotta appreciate the positives and what we've been doing so far, and how things have been changing and things have been getting better. Like, I noticed things been getting better with my generation. So, and some of the older generation is trying, you know, but you know, if you grow up a certain way, it's not always easy to change the way you've been taught to do things, because you've been doing those things for your whole life. And I'm only 20 something, so I don't have a whole lot of years under my belt to where I was doing a whole bunch of unhealthy things, and now I'm stuck in that way of thinking to where I can't change it, because, you know, but people older than me are stuck in their ways, and it's understandable that they are, because they've been doing those things for years, like way longer than I've been living or whatever. So, you know, you can't blame people for certain stuff. You got to be understanding and see all the perspectives and all the different ways things could be taken, the ways things have been, or whatever. Like, you got to see everything. That's how I be thinking. Like, see all the different perspectives, all different sides to stories or whatever, or to everything. You know, we don't want to be